David was born in the early 21st century on a small island nation in the Pacific Ocean. His parents were archaeologists, and from a young age, David was fascinated by the stories they told him about their travels around the world, uncovering lost treasures and forgotten secrets. David inherited his parents' passion for exploration and discovery, but he was particularly drawn to the arcane and mysterious. As a child, he would spend hours poring over books on mythology, occultism, and esoteric knowledge, searching for the hidden truths that he believed lay beneath the surface of reality. As David grew older, he began to develop a particular interest in the legends and myths of ancient civilizations, particularly those that spoke of gods and other worldly beings. He became convinced that these stories held a deeper truth, that they were not mere fiction but a reflection of something real and tangible that existed beyond human understanding. David's obsession with uncovering these hidden truths led him to study archaeology and anthropology at university, where he excelled in his studies and gained a reputation as a brilliant and insightful scholar. But it was not enough for him to simply learn about the past. He wanted to experience it firsthand, to uncover the secrets that lay buried beneath the earth. David spent years traveling the world, visiting ancient ruins and digging up long-forgotten artifacts. He became increasingly obsessed with his work, spending all his time and money on his expeditions, neglecting his health, his relationships, and his own sanity. But despite the toll that his obsession took on him, David never wavered in his belief that there was something out there, something beyond human understanding, that was waiting to be discovered. And so he continued on his quest, searching for the hidden truths that he believed were out there, waiting to be found. David's search for the secrets of the ancient alien race led him to an obscure manuscript that spoke of a being known as the Eldritch King. The manuscript described the Eldritch King as a being of immense power, with the ability to shape reality itself and manipulate the very fabric of the universe. At first, David dismissed the story as a mere legend, but as he continued to research, he began to uncover more and more evidence of the Eldritch King's existence. He found references to the Eldritch King in ancient texts and artifacts from all around the world, and he began to piece together a picture of a being that was both ancient and all-powerful. David's obsession with uncovering the secrets of the Eldritch King led him to perform a dangerous ritual, one that was said to summon the Eldritch King from his otherworldly realm. To his surprise, the ritual worked, and the Eldritch King appeared before him in a blaze of cosmic energy. The Eldritch King was unlike anything David had ever seen before. It was a towering figure, easily 10 feet tall, with skin that shimmered like a black diamond in the light. Its eyes glowed with malevolent energy, and its voice was a deep, guttural rumble that seemed to reverberate through David's very soul. As the Eldritch King spoke, David felt his mind being flooded with knowledge, the secrets of the universe laid bare before him. But he also felt a sense of overwhelming terror, as he realized that the Eldritch King was not merely a being of great power, but one of great malevolence as well. Over time, David learned more about the Eldritch King and the ancient alien race that it once belonged to. He discovered that the Eldritch King had been corrupted by the forbidden knowledge that he had gained, and that he had become a monster, feeding on the souls of those who dared to seek out the forbidden secrets of the universe. Despite the danger that the Eldritch King posed, David could not help but be drawn to its power and knowledge. He became obsessed with learning more about the Eldritch King and the ancient alien race, believing that their secrets held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. But as he delved deeper into their secrets, he began to realize that the price of that knowledge might be more than he was willing to pay. David becomes obsessed with uncovering the secrets of the Eldritch King and the ancient alien race, convinced that their knowledge and power can help him achieve his ultimate goal of transcending the limitations of humanity and becoming a god. He believes that by mastering the secrets of the universe, he can create a utopia where humans can live forever and never suffer from disease or death. As David's obsession grows, he becomes more and more isolated from the world around him. He loses touch with his friends and family and spends all his time studying and experimenting with the ancient artifacts he has collected. He becomes increasingly reckless in his pursuit of knowledge, even resorting to using dark magic and forbidden rituals to unlock the secrets of the universe. One day, David discovers a manuscript that describes a ritual that can summon the Eldritch King and grant the summoner unlimited power and knowledge. David, believing that this is his chance to achieve his ultimate goal, performs the ritual and summons the Eldritch King. As David delved deeper into the Eldritch King's knowledge and power, he began to feel a growing sense of unease. He noticed that the king would often manipulate him, using his own desires and fears against him to gain more control over his mind and body. One day, as David was exploring a hidden temple deep in the Amazon rainforest, the Eldritch King appeared before him in a vision. "You seek power and knowledge," it said, "but at what cost? What will you sacrifice to gain the knowledge you desire?" David, taken aback by the king's words, replied, "I seek knowledge to better understand the universe and help humanity. What harm could there be in that?" The Eldritch King chuckled. "Humanity is but a speck in the grand scheme of the universe. Why waste your time helping them when you could wield power beyond their understanding?" David hesitated, unsure of what to say. The king's words were tempting, but he knew that the cost of such power could be too great. "You have a choice," the king continued. "Embrace the power I offer, or suffer the fate of all mortal beings." David, realizing that the king was trying to manipulate him, stood his ground. "I will not submit to your will," he said. "I will use my knowledge and power to help humanity, not destroy it." The Eldritch King growled, "You are a fool, David. You will regret your decision." From that moment on, the Eldritch King began to use all the power at its disposal to break David's will and turn him into a monster like itself. It would appear to him in visions and dreams, tempting him with promises of power and knowledge, and threatening him with visions of a future where all life had been consumed by entropy. Their battle was one of epic proportions, with David struggling to resist the Eldritch King's every move. The king was an incredibly powerful cosmic entity, and David knew that he could not defeat it on his own. However, he continued to fight back, seeking any advantage he could find in his quest to protect the universe from the Eldritch King's malevolence. Despite his best efforts, David found himself on the defensive, constantly fighting to resist the king's attempts to corrupt him and turn him into a monster like himself. The Eldritch King's power was immense, and it seemed as if David's struggle was all for naught. But David refused to give up. He continued to seek out any advantage he could find, scouring the universe for ancient artifacts and spells that could help him in his quest to defeat the Eldritch King. Finally, after many long months of struggle, David found a way to turn the Eldritch King's own power against it. With the help of the ancient artifacts and spells he had collected, David was able to channel the king's own malevolent energy back at it, weakening it and eventually banishing it back to its own realm. The cost of the battle was high, however. David had pushed his mind and body to their limits, and he had sacrificed much of his own life force to defeat the Eldritch King. He knew that his time in the universe was now limited. In the aftermath of the battle, David realized that the true power of the universe lay not in knowledge or control, but in the connections between all living beings. He saw the devastation that had been wrought by the Eldritch King's influence and vowed to use his remaining time to help those in need and to protect the universe from those who would seek to control it for their own selfish gain. David knew that the Eldritch King would never truly be defeated, and that its malevolence would always be a threat to the universe. But he had succeeded in protecting humanity from its influence, and he took comfort in knowing that he had made a difference in the world. Thank you for watching. You could download the vocabulary PDF below. To stay up to date on our future videos, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let us know what you think in the comments below.